silent. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Oh, these aren't homemade. They were made in a factory. A bomb factory. They're bombs.
The plan was simple. I created an AMC account to buy tickets for both movies. Both movies I would go and see on the same day. Like a sane person, I landed on seeing Oppenheimer first and Barbie second. Oppenheimer was the shot, Barbie was the chaser. At least that's what the plan was. I went ahead, bought the tickets. That was the first step to my plan. The second step was preparation. I wanted to go ahead and watch movies by the directors to get an idea for what I was getting myself into. Even though I've seen Christopher Nolan's work in the past, that was only through Batman. Even though we know those movies are great, I'm sorry. Batman wasn't a real life event. Even though I wanted to watch Greta Gerwig directed movies, I wasn't able to. Thanks a lot, Greta, because your movies aren't available on the streaming services that I already own. As preparation, I watched Dunkirk 2 nights before and Interstellar the night before to get an idea of Christopher Nolan's work. That way Barbie would really be a chaser for what I have endured over the past couple of nights, which is just historical event, fictional but heart-wrenching, and then gut-wrenching historical event. I did all of that, I watched all the movies, and then I saw Barbie, which was all over the place, to be honest with you. Then came the actual execution of the plan. Oppenheimer was sad. It was just sad. After the movie, and even right now after seeing both, I am all over the place and torn. Barbie had a great message at the very end, which was to just live your life. You just live your life, and you can't help anything. Also kind of sad. Going into both of these movies, you thought that Barbie might be like fun in the sun. Barbie, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Not how it is. It's this idea that like a toy existential crisis. I feel like I've seen this before. A toy having an existential crisis about being a toy. Even when I say the word before, I feel like I've seen it 4 times. Either way, Barbie was good. Now, this is probably what you're all waiting for. My real reaction to these movies. Let's start off with what I prepared with. Christopher Nolan. Dunkirk. I'm going to give Dunkirk an 8.5 out of 10. I'm going to give Interstellar a 9 out of 10. Oppenheimer crushed me. Just because Oppenheimer was not my style of movie, I'm going to give Oppenheimer an 8 out of 10. And I know this isn't in quarters, and I'm being really strict on this. Barbie was a 7.9999 repeating out of 10 because it was funny. Great message, great movie, but 7.9999 out of 10. I'm going to get fucking canceled for this. Still not what I thought was going to happen at all. Okay, so at the box office, you can look at these scores the other way around because at the box office, Barbie doubled Oppenheimer with some change. And when asked about the movie, Christopher Nolan didn't like the idea that the same studio was releasing both of these big blockbuster events in the same day.
I also just want to point this out. Cillian or however you say his name, Murphy. Amazing performance, by the way. But he did say this before both movies came out.
I mean, I'll be going to see Barbie 100%. I can't wait to see it. I think it's just great for the industry and for audiences that we have 2 amazing films by amazing filmmakers coming out on the same day. And yeah, you spend the whole day in the cinema. What's better than that?
Christopher Nolan. He's had to deal with this in the past, which I understand. He may not, according to the news, and the news just makes everything a headline, so maybe he wasn't upset, but he's had to deal with this in the past, which sucks. I didn't know that was a thing. So he's had to deal with this before. 2 totally opposite movies releasing in the same day. Huge event, big event for a movie lover like myself. Let's say overall, Oppenheimer crushed me, Barbie hurt, and it just made me sad. Both of them made me sad. Existential crisis, not wanting to live, sad. Anyways, I give up on the project. It's over. Movie out. I watched 4 movies in 3 days. I'm beat.